Hello everyone, so we will continue to our workbook section 2. We will see the writing part. We have this exercise. We're gonna predict the main idea and the supporting ideas. So we're gonna look at the words and phrases in the box about Chiang Mai, Thailand. Choose the main idea and write in the center of the mind map. Then write the supporting details in the mind map. Okay, so well, you could like make it like the drawing, or you can on your books write them. Okay, so follow me. We have here reasonable prices, fruit and spices, a wonderful night market, clothing, handicrafts, and jewelry. So we're gonna put what would be the main idea here according to these like features. So it's important to see what is like the main idea. Try to finance at reasonable prices, fruits and prices, wonderful night market, clothing, handcrafts, jewelry. So these ideas corresponds to one. So before we reveal the answer, you can try to guess. You can pause the video in this section. And now we're gonna reveal the answers. So as you can see, the right answer is a wonderful night market. Why wonderful night market? Because these are examples about the things that you can buy in the night market. So reasonable prices, or get fruits and spices, clothing, handicrafts, and jewelry. Okay, now let's gonna continue to the next section. This is a short reading. Now we're gonna read the paragraphs about Chiang Mai and answer the question. Chiang Mai is a city in northern Thailand that has wonderful night market. In the evening, the main street is lined with small stands and shops that sell almost anything you can imagine. Some stands sell jewelry or clothing, others sell traditional Thai handicrafts, and still others sell fresh fruit and spices. I love spicy Thai food. It is easy to spend an entire evening just looking at everything. If you decide to buy something, you won't be disappointed. The prices are very reasonable. There are a lot of wonderful attractions in Chiang Mai, but the night market is a favorite for many people. So as you can see, it was related about the clustering here, well, the grouping of ideas, the mind map. Now we'll try to predict what is the paragraph about, what is the topic sentence of the paragraph, which sentence does not support the main idea, and we're gonna cross it out. And write a paragraph about one of the places you mention it in exercise 4 on page 14. Include the topic sentence with the main idea and several supporting ideas. Okay, right here, I want you to include your idea. So for this exercise 4, this is on page 14. Now include the topic sentence with the main idea and several supporting sentences. You can add it here from the previous video. So now, this is not necessary, this one not. So you want to do it, go ahead. But let's gonna try to predict the next, not predict, to answer the next questions. So now we're gonna reveal the answers. So what is the paragraph about? Well, the paragraph, the night market in Chiang Mai and Thailand. Then the next question says, what is the topic sentence of the paragraph? Chiang Mai is a city in northern Thailand that has a wonderful night market. To get the topic sentence of a paragraph, we just have to go to the first sentence that is on the paragraph that says Chiang Mai is a city in northern Thailand that has a wonderful night market. So until here, the spirit is our topic sentence, and that we're gonna be developing. And which sentence does not match here? I love spicy Thai food. And well, that's it. This one, it's not necessary to do it, but for the other activities, yes. Okay, now we are in the real section 2. We are working with modifiers, order of modifiers. So unscramble the words to complete the sentence about these cities. So it's important to check the video of the grammar when you once that you watch, well, do this one, and check our grammar plus. Okay, so we will see the order of modifiers. We're gonna go back to it, and there exist two types. So let's gonna check. As you can see here, we have the order of modifiers. It's for quality, size, age, type, and there's a noun and descriptive phrase. We can even have adverbs, or we can have adjectives to make this full sentences, or well, phrases, no, these phrases. And we have here the articles, this, or demonstratives, and undeterminate, determinate, and quality. We have exciting, picturesque, rundown, size, age, type, noun, and descriptive phrase. And now we have another that's are a little bit more extended. We add shape, color, and material. So we add in this, no? So we follow this order. So it's not just putting the adjectives and that's it. They have to follow an order of modifiers. So it's quaint, little, winding, streets, picturesque, old, brightly colored, resort, hotels. Then size, small, Thai, even the nationality is considered like a type, and the material, fishing boats. So we collocate the noun at the end, and that's the order that we need to follow. So let's gonna try to do the next exercise. I suggest you that, while we are doing it, try to do it by yourself on your books, or here in the comments you can write it down to check if you're doing correctly. So it's important to know the order of modifiers. And let's see. We're gonna go through contents again. Okay, so once more, it's the quality, the size, the shape, the age, color, type, material, and the noun. And well, here we have another one is quality, size, age, type, noun, descriptive phrase. I call it by QSATN. By this acronym, you remember the Q is quality, S it's size, H, well, A it's age, T it's type, and N it's noun. Okay. All right, so here we have the scramble the words to complete the sentence about these cities. As you can see here, Salvador is charming. This is our article. Charming, coastal, city. Okay, so you remember the types of cities. It's coastal, city with fascinating building. Let's gonna check the types of cities before we get to the exercise. And well, here are the types of cities, no? So we have the border town, the college town, the mountain town, resort town, suburb town, coastal town, industrial town, port town, rural town, tourist town. And then, well, here are the border town, the coastal town, the college town, there's the industrial town, the mountain town, port town, and also we have here resort town, rural town, suburban town, and finally tourist town. These are the type of cities or towns. And now it's time to answer our exercise. Well, following up the quality, size, age, type, noun, and for noun, this is like the order that we will follow. And also we include the double of them, no, right? So the shape, the material, yes. Okay, so by remembering that acronym, the Q for quality, S is the size, then A is the age, and then the T, it's the type, and N, it's the noun. So by remembering that, you won't have any trouble for doing this exercise. So now it's time to rebuild the answers. Now we have here a European city, quaint, old, with a lovely castle. Prague is. That one, it would be like the other type, no, that we had before. So it's the other extended, no, this extended one, no. So we have the shape now, color, and material. We had shape, color, material. So we double them, no. So the Q S S, but this first is size, then it's shape. Then we add also color. That's after age. And then we add the material, that's after the type. So we add these three letters, no? So it's the S of shape, C of color, and N of material, but look of the collocation disorder, okay? So now it's turn to do the second exercise. All right, now for the second, it will be like this. Prague is a quaint old European city with a lovely castle. It's a quaint when it's like the quality, then old is like the age, European, that will be like consider like the type, like the nationality type, and then the city is a noun, and with a lovely castle, that's a descriptive phrase. And that we connected with this preposition. You can use a preposition, you can use a relative pronoun. Okay, then let's see the next one. A lively city with huge skyscrapers, modern Taipei is. Now we have to identify the type of words, modifiers, if it's quality, if it's size, age, type. Well, first we have to start with a determinator. That's the article. Then following up that order. So let's gonna reveal the next answer. So it's Taipei is a lively, modern city with huge skyscrapers. That's the order that we have here now. So that's like the type. Lively, it's the quality. And then with huge skyscrapers, this is the descriptive phrase. Then the next one, a dynamic port with trendy shopping malls, city Singapore is. The same, we have to follow up the same structure. So let's gonna reveal the next answer. Singapore is a dynamic port city with trendy shopping malls. Singapore, it's a, was the article. Dynamic is like the quality. Then port is the type, and then city is the noun. With trendy shopping malls, the same as the quality. Then the shopping is like the type, and then the malls is the nouns. Next, let's gonna go with number 5. This is an industrial, modern, large city with a beautiful lake shore. Chicago is. Chicago is a large, modern, industrial. In this case, we have now the size. This is the type. This is the well, modern is will be like the age. Then this is like the type, is industrial, and then the city is the noun, and then the descriptive phrase with a beautiful lake shore. Then the number 6. Orlando is an exciting tourist destination with world famous theme parks. And that's it. We follow up the same structure. This is the Q for quality, then it's like S, that's size, and then there's the A that represents age, then the T that represents the type, and then the N for noun. The nouns is collocated at the end. No? So it's an exciting tourist destination. So it's our destination, that's like the noun, and then the descriptive phrase. And we follow that order and we won't get lost, okay? All right, let's continue to the next part. Well, as you see the different types of cities, we're gonna collocate them and we're gonna reveal the answer, so you can pause the video right here so to complete the sentences. You can do this with your own practice, completing your book, or with checking it with me. You can pause the video and try to figure out what's the possible answer. So here is. These are like the answers. So Anna lives in rural town. The nearest big city is more than 2 hours away. The local university employs most of the people living in this college town. Towns are near, port towns are near an ocean, a lake or river where ships upload cargo. People traveling from the U.S. to Mexico through border towns must stop and show their passports and destinations and identification. I work in a small, dense coastal town with great beaches and seafood places. We stop in a crowded tourist town full overpriced souvenir shops, and the last one, Nick lives in a mountain town that is nearly 3,000 meters above the sea level. All right. Now let's gonna continue to the next part, the next activity. is a collocation now of the contrasting ideas, contrasting words. So for that, we're gonna go back to our book, the workbook, sorry, the student's book, and we're gonna check like the grammar of the different types of contrasting connectors. Now we are connecting ideas and we have the next phrases to connect them. This is spite, in spite, although, even though, however, nevertheless, and on the other hand. They said the opposite of the independent clause. But look now, connecting contrasting ideas. There are three ways to connect contrasting ideas. To begin an adverb clause, use although or even though. So we are starting an adverb clause. To begin an independent clause, use transition words, however, nevertheless, or on the other hand. Note the punctuation with the transition words. So we have to use commas here and here. And to begin a noun phrase, use the prepositions despite or in spite of. We have to use them. Now we are ready to check our exercise. You can pause here this video to see the definitions and example. Okay. Now we have the streets are lit. So in spite of the well lit streets, it's best to be careful at night. Now we have the collocation of despite. There is a crime problem, but it still a wonderful place to visit. Okay, so now it's time to revealing our answers. So these are the right collocations. No? Second, despite the crime problem, it's still a wonderful place to visit. Or it is still a wonderful place to visit despite the crime problem. Number 3, the shopping mall are crowded, but people aren't buying much. And although the shopping malls are crowded, comma, people aren't buying much. People aren't buying much, comma, although the shopping malls are crowded. So we have different ways to collocate them, but it's important to the correct use of the commas. Then the number 4, it snows a lot, but it's still like living here. Then is even though it still snows a lot, I still like living here. I still like living here, comma, even though snows a lot. This is like an adverb, introducing like an adverb phrase. Number 5, my city is on the ocean, but the water here is too polluted for people to go swimming. Okay? My city is in the ocean. Okay, this is period. However, the water here is too polluted for people to go swimming. Then the number 6, the city center is very picturesque, but there's not much to do. That's nevertheless. The city center is very picturesque, nevertheless, there's not much to do. So it's period, nevertheless. And then the last one, there are a lot to do here at night, comma, but still a very noisy neighborhood. There's a lot to do here at night. On the other hand, comma, it's a very noisy neighborhood. So these are the collocation of the contrasting connectors. Now we're gonna have the next exercise, and this you need to complete the sentence with your own opinions about these cities, and use the contrasting connectors, guys. So we have here the worst thing about Los Angeles is the heavy traffic. In spite of that, it is an ideal place to live. So the worst thing about then blank, nevertheless blank. The best thing about blank is blank, however. Okay, so this is your exercise. One of your exercise to do is this one, the number 4, and we have to put it here. The comments, I will read them. The ones that have the book, you just can write it down on your book and then upload it. And then this is one of the last ones. It's a reading. So mega cities to views. Okay, so I'm gonna make like a zoom in, and well, here you go. I'm gonna reveal the answer, so you can pause the video right here. You can pause it and then wait for the answers. Okay, so I'm gonna reveal them. So once more, so match the words in the box, no photos, then read 2 articles maze. Okay, so I'm gonna show them. So it's the time. So this is your practice your reading comprehension, and there it is. there it is. Okay, and that will be it, guys, for this grammar activity plus, well, grammar workbook. For the ones that has the workbook, you can do it on your book. The ones who don't, well, you have the activity to do. It's that one, completing the contrasting words or sentences using the blanks that are there. Okay, so that's it.